For the second time, I will remind you of how much you suck.
From the Middle Era. Interesting.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. Zeta here, alongside Lessons, and we are back with episode 40 of Mobile Suit Gundam 1979 edition, Lalah's Dilemma. Any thoughts about last episode?
I think we talked about this is one of those days that we record back to back, so like literally
every day, actually.
Yeah.
Well, not every day, but every recording.
But I think we covered in the last episode basically everything we wanted to talk about, especially with the mobile armor, the confusion about what exactly did Giran wanted Chiable to do. It's implied also that Chiable went out to fight by himself because he didn't want to do what Giran was wanting him to do.
Right? Technically, he didn't fight by himself either.
Well, I mean, there was somebody else in the cockpit, but he didn't bring other mobile suits. He didn't try to coordinate with Lalah or with Char or anybody else. It's just them, right? Taking down an entire base. Because when Lalah went out, Char was with her, and so were other mobile suits. So they were not going alone, right? And the implication might have been, he said, Char was like, well, he's too conscientious. So what? He went out there because he had implied orders to try to betray Char and or Cassilia. He said, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I might as well just go out fighting. And if I win, fine. If I don't, same thing.
I mean, from the element of what does Giran want Chalia to do? That's one thing, but I don't know if that's actually what was supposed to happen or even meant to happen, because none of what took place makes sense from that perspective.
Yeah.
Because if Giran wants Chalia to kill Cassilia, he's a new type. They're all standing around in a hangar together. Boom, dead. Could have happened. But he didn't. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just us reading into it more than actually was there. Because remember, all of our insight onto Giran and Cassilia's relationship really comes from Origin. And Origin isn't like 100% one-to-one with... we spent a lot of time in Origin with characters who get like one scene in this show and then die.
Yeah.
Like, how important was Tachi to... Because remember, the more important stuff Tachi does, outside of, say, the bar in Origin, is also in Origin, where he shows up at the hospital. Here, he's just near Hamon and then dies.
Yeah. So there you go. So really, there's not. I don't have a lot of thoughts about the episode otherwise.
Well, I think the thing to also remember is the fact that even though we're recording these two back to back, people who are with us a week apart. So the stuff that we discuss here at the start of this episode is also kind of the refresher for those people who are following along. This is what we're doing now instead of, hey, recap the episode, because that was also kind of really boring.
But I think that, to me, that's a part that really, that and the whole trippy, 2001, a space adventure, space odyssey imagery that they had. This is 1979, so yeah, it clearly was, to a degree, influenced by that, because we see the sort of splitting of the stars, right, as Amor's going like, oh shit, something's happening, And I commented, I don't know how much acid the designers were doing at that time, or the illustrators, but sure.
I was just kind of hoping that Revel was going to die in the attack.
Oh, yeah, no, but I mean, I don't think he could have taken on the entire base by himself. So,
well, it would take is hitting it in the right spot, and who knows better than a current, a Xeon member who would have the schematics of the base to know, oh, command center's here. If we attack it here, we could possibly open it up to vacuum.
Yeah, I don't think that was going to happen.
Well, I know it's not going to happen. I'm pretty sure I've seen Revel in 8th MS Team, so I mean, it could happen, right? It's possible I saw him in 8th MS Team, and then he goes off to Solomon. I don't know the timeline of events of things that are supposed to be happening concurrently with one another. So like 8th MS Team, I'm fully aware that you get part of the Giran speech right near the beginning as well. I don't remember the fight. Now, don't tell me either, but I remember one of the major space battles happens right at the beginning too, and I guess a loom, but I don't know. So, yeah, just the element that I remember. I'm pretty sure I remember Revel being an 8th MS Team. So my expectation isn't that he's going to suddenly die somewhere in 79. As much as I would hope.
8th MS Team happens concurrently to stuff that happening in.
Yes, welcome to the conversation.
Yeah, I know.
The thing I literally just said, I don't know what to expect when things are happening concurrently with one another. Right? Like back in, this is going to be channel-only stuff. Back when we used to run World of Darkness, or I guess Chronicles of Darkness, sorry, here on the channel, and we had a vampire game and a werewolf game and everything happening all at the same time. The idea of crossing characters over from one game to the other was something we were playing around with. And how does that work concurrently to a timeline that is narratively based, right? It's not one for one. Not a minute passing in the vampire game is a minute passing in a werewolf. Literally, if the werewolf clan needs to like take downtime to do a thing, what do you do with your crossover characters?
The vampires are like,
yeah, I'm sorry, man. I would love to play with your vampire character today, but unfortunately, you're still in a 2-week downtime in your werewolf campaign, and we're still actively playing out that week. Unfortunately, in fact, we're in like a 5-hour combat that's been going on.
Rolling all those D10s.
Yeah, so I guess you could play one of the NPCs, but for now, I guess your character's still in that warehouse across town with the werewolves. And then, they're taking a downtime, but you're still catching up in your time, which means what happens if we go to that warehouse right now? Are they all in a coma?
Yeah, I know.
Actually, that reminds me. And one last detour on my brain here, but that does remind me of Beast Wars. Transformers. The end of the season where they go and they find the crashed... the
name of the ship I forget, but it's the original ship that crashes.
Yeah, they've got all the main characters from the original show before the main show starts in sleep coma things or whatever. So you remember, oh god, I can't remember anybody from Beast Wars. The main bad guy.
The insect. They were insects and stuff like that.
He was a dinosaur. He was a T-Rex.
T-Rex, yeah. No, I'm talking about. I know what I say. Insect because there's one of them which is Waspinator. I think
Waspinator. You also have I call it Insectopia. I can't remember her name either. One of them was a giant spider. Yeah. But the main guy was a T-Rex, and he goes to shoot Megatron in the head in his coma. It's like this will affect the whole timeline or something like that. I don't know how they know that. I guess because they've been sent back in time in their thing too. Yeah, I can't remember. Unfortunately, his name was so close to Megatron's name that I just can't think of it now. But yeah, that's the cartoon version of what do you do when the other guys are on downtime, but you encounter them somehow.
Yeah, because that reminds me of how that the ship crashed on Earth during the age of the dinosaurs, and the mountain grew around it in the millions of years that passed since the end of the dinosaurs in the modern era. And I think Beast Wars was in the rise of the, I don't know what's called right now, but of the mammals, right? That's why you have like giant sloths and giant
well, that's why you could have some of them as mammals, and then the other ones get scanned as the fossils in the ground. That's why they become dinosaurs. Although it's not like you could take it one for one anyway, because there's also alien tech all over the place.
Yeah.
So obviously not working on real life Earth unless you're real deep into conspiracy theories.
Or they all got, and then they eventually go back to Cybertron and a bunch of other stuff.
That's where I mean, not that I was really watching, like, I don't know most of it, like, because I was watching, like, one episode a season, but I did see, like, they go back to Cybertron, and everyone in Cybertron's either missing or dead or something's going on there.
Yeah, some weird stuff.
Anyway, that's why we're now watching Transformers. So, I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and hop on into it.
But before we get started,
Make sure that you hit the like button.
Hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
on top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
Unfiltered.
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Remember, you gotta talk over the opening.
Well, how can I say? I mean, I think this is the last time we're gonna see the Earth like this. Perhaps I'm not really sure. Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's gonna be a new opening.
No. I remember complaining that only in the song they say Gundam when everybody says Gundam, but that's not true. They do use those two terms interchangeably. Some characters prefer to say Gundam, while let's just say Gundam, which is kind of.
So I don't know. My thing, if I think about that, I think of Witch from Mercury, and then you have that song that they tried making as a press release for. By they, I mean the characters in the show.
Yeah.
And it's like Gundamu, Gundamu. So
Yeah.
I'm used to hearing Gundamu.
Yeah. But the thing is that in this show and many other shows we've seen, it's just Gundam, right? With some people are sometimes using Gundamu as the same interchangeable term, right?
I legit never hear it, so
Yeah.
I think it's more of this an effect of somebody singing it out loud, and then the subtitles that says Gandamu was the only reason I didn't come close to hearing it. I guess that's Solomon or Luna 2.
The first thing that the narrator says is Gundam. And then it says Gundam again.
アムロの反射神経と戦闘力が拡大して今までのガンダムの機能では不十分であることが分かったのだ。直ちに
As it turns out, if you just plug that thing his dad made from junkyard scrap, it probably would work.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be something like fight Amuro or not.
アムロが強くなってんならガンダムだって強いんでしょ。バカだな。ガンダムがアムロについてけねえんじゃ戦えないじゃん。そうさ、だからみんな
チビは飯の手伝いでもしてんの。
連絡取れて。
That's what we have a chef for.
Yeah.
連邦軍に手
I guess the kids are more or less become a Greek chorus, right? Commentate on what's going on.
Yeah, I hope not. That denotes the intelligence level that the authors think that we have.
違う違う。俺の言っていることはひどく勘がいいというか先読みをする時があるな。
そうかしらね。
フラウボもそう感じることがあるだろう。
はい、ありますよ。
アムロは違うんだよ。かといって以前マチルダさんが言っていたようにアムロがエスパーだなんて話は信用せん。
Oh, now we're separating Esperas from new types.
変わるわけないんだ。
そりゃそうよ。ね、フラーボ。はい。
未来、ソロモンに入
I was just shitting on Matilda's memory for no reason.
I mean, it's the first time he heard about that concept, so. From her, so.
ホワイトベースのメカマンはガンダムから離れろ。以後の作業は我々に任せて。
Oh my god, it's V.
マグネットコーティング
The
急げ。
visitors. They have invaded. So, yeah, Solomon.
Oh, hope nobody gets slapped in the face. Reveal the
Yeah.
reptiles underneath.
貴様の報告を読んだから俺が来たんだ。ま、失敗したからって恨むなよ。何しろろくなテストもしないで使うんだからな。
何をしようと言うんです。
Don't blame me if it doesn't work. What the fuck are you
ガン
doing?
ダムの動きを早くしようって言うんだ。
そんなことができるんですか。保証の限りではないとさ。ブライトさん。
Then why are they doing it?
モスクハン博士だ。電磁工学の親衛だ。マグネットコーティングとか言ってな。ガンダムの駆動系を電磁気で包んで動きを早くするのだとさ。まあ。
Oh, that's
Sure.
yeah. It's yeah.
Techno
Whatever. Sure.
できるんですか。
Yeah. We're gonna wrap it in techno foil. That's gonna work.
考え方はわかりもしますが。作戦会議に行く。すぐ出撃のはずだ。いいな。はい。
うまくいくわよ。
はい。
I was like, Job John. For a second, it's like Slugger? No,
I think it is Job John.
Yeah.
シャリアブルが破れたと。
彼の不慣れなせいでありましょう。シャア大佐からの報告では、ガンダムの性能がニュータイプに適応した能力。
Yeah, conceivably he'd been out by Jupiter for a long time.
で、ギレン総帥の方の作戦は。
我がグラナダ艦隊とバオア空を第一戦として、これに本国のソーラシステムを。
ソーラシステムをか。ギレンのご利用しだな。
月の裏側基地グラナダとこの宇宙要塞バオア空を結ぶ線をジオンでは
So does that mean that they lost the other moon base?
I guess so.
ここはジオン公国の第3号密閉型コロニーマハルである。
I've already forgotten the name of the other moon base. Was like Von Neumann or something? Oh, this doesn't bode well.
それでもジオンの国民かい。孫娘と離れてしまったんだ。それを探しに。孫娘だって必ずどうかの船に乗ってるって。しかし行き先はわからんじゃろ。日本国内だ。
Yeah, this guy doesn't have a lot of gun discipline, pointing a gun like that and a finger on the trigger.
Well, maybe he intends to shoot this guy. Maybe he has a lot of gun discipline and it's worse than you think. No, that's what I'm saying. This doesn't bode well. I can only think of one reason that Xeon would be evacuating a cylinder.
Yeah.
Although they're doing this, so... Might not be as bad as I think. It could just be something different.
しかしなギレン、100万の一般国民を疎開させるということは、これは軍人の無能を示すことだ。
私に面と向かってよくおっしゃる。
Turn around, I'll say it to your back.
わしとて皇后制を引いた男だぞ。貴公の軍政のみを支持する。
ご覧を。
作戦などいい。
我がジオン本国にとって、
He's gonna show
Fuck off,
anyway.
old man!
最終防衛戦です。
Yeah.
それに対して地球連邦軍は3つのコースから進行することが考えられます。ここを突破されればジオンは裸同然です。その前にソーラシステムで進行する連邦軍艦隊を撃つ。このシステムはコロニーを使えるために金も時間もかからずに我がジオンの
そこまでして勝ってどうするのだギレン。
サインをいただければ幸いです。
I call it Project 2025.
ベ銀行あってのジオン公国ですから。
で、どうする
Yeah, you suck up.
せっかく減った人口です。これ以上増やさずに有料な人種だけを残す。それ以外に人類の平和は望めません。そしてそのためにはザビ家独裁による人類のコントロールしかありません。
聞こう。知っておるか。アドルフ
For the second time, I will remind you
Yeah.
of how much you suck.
From the middle era. Interesting.
世界を読み切れなかった男だ。貴公はそのヒトラーの尻尾だな。
私が
わしはジオンの国民を急ぎまとめる方便として皇后制を敷いた。ジオンの理想を実現するためにな。しかし
ヒットラーの尻尾の私が独裁制に持ち込んだ。
キシリアとな。
はい。絶対民主制は連邦ごとき軟弱を生むだけです。それでは人類は共食いになります。今度の戦争のように。勝ってみせます。ヒットラーの尻尾の戦いぶり、ご覧ください。私はアバオアクで指揮を取ります。
Okay, it couldn't be more on the nose, literally.
Well, I think what it does serve to do is show that Dagwin's not that bad of a guy. He's constantly calling out how shit his kids are.
Yeah.
I just think he's still back to the wall here.
Yeah.
So he's kind of got to do this shit that, you know, he's calling himself morally reprehensible. And that's why I put the blame once again solely on Revel. If Rebel had signed the peace agreement back then.
私もすぐに追いかける。
やってみます、大佐。
グラナダからの援軍はあと5、6分でグワリブがつきます。
キシリア殿がようやく重い腰を上げたというわけか。J ミサイル、敵マゼランタイプに。
Oh, those goddamn J missiles again.
マイナスコンマ2、修正2、大佐。
よし、R コンマ3、2、L コンマ1。撃て！
Oh man, we were right. They were nuclear missiles.
I don't know what they have to spin though.
I don't know. Maybe they're being fired out like bullets and they're not actually missiles. Oh, good. We took out 2 of their ships. Time to go. Ah, damn it. We're gonna lose Mulligan too? Look, once Char leaves a ship, everybody on board is... Oh man, don't Heil Hitler too. Leave Mulligan to Mulligan. I wish the Bravo had been in the that Gundam Overwatch game.
Well,
it would have been easy max power thing. Just have bits that go out and fight for you. Yeah, because the Rickdoms are fucking stupid.
私の後ろにつこうとするの。初めて戦いに出る私を前に出して。私がやるしかないよ。
Oh, we fucking lose Lalah because of 2 idiot Rickdom pilots.
あと1隻だというのに。
また聞こえるぞ。ラダ。発信源は不明。
It turns out that it's not her real name. It's just that's a song everybody calls her Lalah because of the effect.
I mean, that doesn't work though because she told Char that was her name.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm really hating those 2 Dom pilots. I guess they're technically not Rick Doms due to that, or she doesn't know to call them Rick Doms. They look like Rick Doms.
I think they are.
Oh, Butchom's still alive? No, Butchom was somebody from earlier episodes. You fucking idiots.
Lalah, 援護するぞ。
大佐がいれば。
おい、まただ。
次。
Lalah, よくやった。
大佐。
Now give me a second, I'm about to roll Warhammer 40k on some Rick Doms.
Yeah.
So の頃、地球連邦軍の最前線たるソロモンでは次の作戦のための命令が下されていた。 すなわち、ジオンに侵攻する星1号作戦の活動である。各艦隊はそれぞれに定められたコースをとって攻撃目標の星へ向かう。
Yeah. I like the fact that they're both on top. Well, technically,
yeah,
space
probably
it
have
doesn't
magnetic
really have
boots, I guess.
Yes, yeah. But also it's in space, so it's like you don't just stop. If they can be in the surface and it's flat on both sides, so they use the other. They would of course use the underside. Why not, right? It's in space. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have gravity they can fall out of. So they made a frictionless Gundam, basically.
しかしガンダムのパワーはそうはいかん。
そうですね。博士は僕らの救い主です。
君が生き残ったらそう言ってくれ。今回のデータだけは何らかの方法で。
In the meantime, I'm gonna go get the award for defeating physics.
全くだ、アムロレイ君。
Or a hamster, either way.
センスに期待するよ。
ありがとうございます。
必ず。
For all that work, has to be hungry.
はい。データを持ち帰るためにですね。
そうだ。港を出たら最大戦速に移る。先行する対応を追う。
了解。
But obviously, the implication here is something bad's going to happen to the fleet before they get there, so that they can show up and win the day.
ひょっとしたらエルメスはシャア大佐のゲルググ以上でありましょう。
歴戦の勇士のお前たちがそう言うとはな。
我々はニュータイプの能力というものを初めて見せられたのです。
And you chicken out, or worse, you let her take up.
戦闘小隊の一つぐらいあっという間に沈められます。その事実を知ったとき、我々はバカバカしくなったのであります。ララー少尉ほどのパイロットが
Pulls out gun, shoots them both in the head. Actually, he doesn't have to pull out the gun. We've seen before. He can just tilt it upwards from the hip.
いや、皆無とは言えませんが、何よりもニュータイプの実力に驚きました。軍法会議も覚悟しております。が、エルメスの出るとき、後衛に回ることだけは認めてください。
Behind it again.
Yeah.
注意のおっしゃることはわかります。
そうしてくれ。注意。いいな。
はっ、大佐。
第13独立艦隊との接触は15分後の予定です。よし、総員に次ぐ。食事は今のうちにしておけ。
It's burger time.
戦闘食しか食べられんことになる。
へえ、この食い物が戦闘食でないってんだからな。
Now they're also eating in the ceiling.
なるほど。こりゃすごいや。しかし。
Now eating on the ceiling.
はい。
どう？調子は。
良好ですけど、動きが速くなった分はメカに負担がかかります。その辺のバランスの取り方が難しいですね。
大丈夫よ。その辺は自信を持って。アムロ。
そうですか？
そうよ。アムロはニュータイプですもの。
タイプから言ったら古い人間らしいけど。
What the fuck does that mean?
汚染地帯も飛んでないのにね、アムロって。
そう正面切って言われるといい気分のもんじゃありませんね。
Trying to be funny. Like, I'm not a new type. I'm an old-fashioned guy.
It's an old-fashioned type, which isn't even a particularly funny joke.
Yeah, I didn't say it was funny. I said he
Also, I
tried
think
it.
she's on the flagship.
Yeah.
Well, it's either that or a type of ship that is like the flagship.
補給部隊の連中は服で戦争をするのではなかろうといつも。
私の名前で督促させろ。目障りだ。でどうなのだ、性能は。
初陣で2隻のサラミスを沈めました。ララーとエルメスの組み合わせは絶大であります。
2隻も。それはすごいな。
Is it? The guy telling you destroyed 7 ships in his first Zaku outing.
I mean, if he's impressed, then...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the flagship.
I think it's a class. So it's a style of ship.
Well, that's what I was just saying. It's either, well, it's either of the class of the flagship, or it's the flagship. I don't really know why they'd introduce us to another one of them.
I mean, it might be a ship that only a few people can have, like Cassilia. Everybody.
I should run out the window! What's that, Lassie?
合流予定ポイントよ。本体が敵と接触したらしいわ。
敵は
Who's the enemy? Who's the enemy been this whole time?
No, but I think they find who and specifically who's attacking them. Not there's no
Zeon,
enemy.
I bet.
Yeah, but we're talking about the specific forces they're engaging.
Who the fuck would know? We've always been wondering who the hell is on the other side of this. Nobody knows any Zeon commanders' names.
Not the enemy order of battle, and it's a main fleet or something like that, or a side fleet, or just one ship. That's what I'm talking about.
They've never fucking identified that once in any engagement.
Oh yeah, I mean they know the ships are fighting like the Zanzibar and stuff like that. Okay, so now we have a new song too. Oh, it's Char's own song. He has now his own.
Well, it's gonna suck when I say it. Not a fan.
Yeah. Yeah, they give him his own theme song. It feels out of place though.
Well, par for the course for Char to lose an arm.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, fuck, we're losing Lalah.
Psychic battle too.
大丈夫だ。この程度ならゲルググは爆発しない。でもエルメスに捕まらせてもらう。攻撃は続けろ。
続けています。けれど
なんだ。
頭が押さえつけられるように重いのです。
なんだと。
Yeah, so the more powerful new type has the advantage in any new type combat.
何？シャアをいじめる悪い人だ。
He's too innocent to be out here.
Yes. Definitely, that's going into my notes.
Thank God. I was worried.
Yeah.
ホワイトベースは先行する第13独立艦隊と合流。
It's like, oh, and then Char gets his own theme song only to get his ass kicked again.
I don't care shit about Char. I want Lalah to die.
すなわち、ララーは1日にして4隻の船を沈めた。
Almost half of Char's record.
これは空前の壮挙であった。
Except for the guy standing next to her.
しかし、ララーの頭痛の原因がガンダムのパイロットと関係があるようなら。
No, dude, he doesn't want to have sex with you. That's what it is. Not that kind of relationship. That's what she has had. Or maybe I was wrong.
ガンダムとエルメスの激闘はアムロとララ
The kiss of death.
2人の目指すべき未来の物語を垣間見させる。しかし戦場はその2人を包み巨大に膨れ上がっていく。ララー散る。
Fuck you, narrator.
ガンダム次回光る宇宙。君は生き延びることができるか。
God damn it.
Yeah.
I know it's our fault. We said we'd watch all the next time ons, and god damn it, I'm not stopping. I'm gonna keep watching the next time ons. Eventually, time will progress and we'll reach a stage in narrative where they'll stop spoiling shit.
I was watching another anime and rom-com, and they literally call out the narrator for the narrator always says, always spoils the next episode. What the hell? The characters in character are saying like that.
It's a product of its time, though. I think eventually we'll move into a modern sense of what the next time on should be, and then we'll get past that. It's just my fear is that Lalah's gonna die, and then I'm thinking all throughout the thing of, oh, I don't know how possibly, if there's ever a chance that Char and Amuro would somehow get past this whole war situation, that Char would ever get over the fact that if Amuro killed Lalah, and then Lalah will perish. It's like, what the fuck, man? Come on.
Oops.
Well, because I'm thinking, oh no, her face mask exploded. Well, if there's no, like, puncture to the ship, then possibly that could just mean that if the ship gets punctured, she could die. So possibly it doesn't mean that she's dead right now. Lalah will perish. Ah, damn it. It's Matilda all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I can preemptively X that face off the board. The thing is, I feel like it's going to be a miracle who survives from origin to the end of Mobile Suit Gundam.
Yeah,
well,
a lot of people have died.
Well, yeah, that's everybody, almost everybody, except for obviously the white base crew from origin is dead now. Like,
yeah.
Lalah got like a whole episode, and now what? She's dead. Tachi, put all together, all of Tachi's points is probably about an episode. Haemon, more than an episode.
Yeah.
Ramba, Jimba, like, Jesus Christ. Take a quick gander at the board.
Ryu?
Just on my own.
Ryu, who was part of the white base crew, he got killed. Oh, he rammed somebody. So.
Dozel, Garma, Lalah now, Kozan, Jimba. So I'm looking at the people who are already dead in Origin. Almost technically Tem. You know, personality death is still a death. Ramba, Clamp. Garcia is still out there somewhere, I'm assuming. He showed up once. See, Tachi, apparently Shu, off screen. Crowley. William Kemp technically died in Mobile Suit Gundam. So, Tatum.
Yeah.
Let's see. Scrolling down. Pham Bao, technically she dies in Mobile Suit Gundam. Elrin's still alive for some reason.
And the grandfather, Frau Bao's grandfather, too.
Well,
mother and grandpa.
Technically, I suppose. I mean, I assume Gop is still alive. Joaquin. Judak is captured. McQueeve, Ortega, Mash, Miguel, Apollo. Let's see, we're down into main character. Dren, Denim, Jean, Ryu.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot of dead people from Origin.
It's a war anime, man.
Yeah, but it's all the main character crew that are all still alive. Ryu is the only one from the main character crew that bought it.
Yeah.
The unfairness of being protagonists.
Yeah. So we're down to 3 episodes, right? With this one.
Yeah. 41 through 43.
Mm-hmm. So whatever's going to happen is going to happen fast.
Well, we know that they're going to do the Zeon super weapon. And then, apparently, I guess we're going to assault the final line.
Mm-hmm.
And then one would assume after that, we're going to take out Munzo.
Probably.
Well, I mean, why would they show us the Zeon super weapon firing next episode if it wasn't for Girin's plan to defend the final defensive line?
Yeah.
But then, if that fires, then one would assume in the last 2 episodes we're not backing off, that we're taking out that defensive line.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to go seed, which is to say standoff at the very end.
All of them are possibilities.
Well, conceivably, there's so many more shows after this that obviously Zeon didn't just bite it.
Yeah. It's I think now in many ways it's getting more interesting than anything else.
Well, for you've seen it. For you, the closer we get to new content, the more interesting it'll be. For me, I'm still on the ride for the first time. Right? We went down over the edge of a cliff thing. We went woo, and now we're riding our way back up. And you're like, I think this next cliff face is going to be more interesting than the last. You've ridden this ride before.
That's why I know. At least that's what I'm expecting, yeah.
Well, I don't suppose there's much else to say about this one. Or there actually probably is plenty to say about this one, but for me, it's going to be in the note section of next time.
Yeah, and these 2 episodes that we watch back to back are do require notes. Yeah, I have to rewatch them and carefully to see anything I missed or.
Yeah, very specifically for me, it's going to be more about the scenes that involve the Zabi family because it's more Zeon politics that we don't get a lot of. Because our main character point of view for Zeon stuff is Char, who is not actively in the higher up decision making process of everything. So we really only dip our toes into the water of Zeon politics, which is to say, what are the major decisions being made and what are the consequences of things that have happened from our main characters to the Zabis. So that's what I really want to see more of. So requires rewatch.
Yeah.
Anyway, once again, I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?